Hey everyone, it's Char from Char's Fashion. Back again in my pajamas. Anyway, so I showed you the curtains that I got yesterday, and I measured them against the window. So when I measured that against the window, right, since they're both sitting here, that one further back, we have to exactly in half. Exactly in half on these. I mean, like I said, blue wasn't my choice. If I could have got black curtain, I would have gotten black curtain. Not blackout curtains. That would be too dark in here. I might not ever wake up. We can't have that. So you might be like, well, why don't you just do that and then hang them? Well, even though at the base of the window, it's about the same measurement. Now, if you hang it, it's going to drape a little different. Maybe that's why they call them drapes sometimes. No, really, some people call them drapes. Drapes and curtains are two different things. So what I will do is just, I might be able to do this on camera while talking to you like this. It's just exactly perfectly in half. Well, nothing's perfect. Look at the world. Yeah. So, I guess I would try to get these as good as possible. I may just turn you around. No, I'm not going to use the fabric cutting table today. I'm just going to use the desk. So, struggle is real, y'all. Like, other than just struggling like this, I don't use sewing pins for these kinds of projects. You can go on Amazon and get you some sewing clips. They come in a cute little tin. I have 3 of these tins. This is one of them became weirdly empty. So this is how these tins come. If I can find the link for these. These are not in Joy's shop. Joy has a bunch of others. Girl, you have some patterns in there I want. And I'll leave Joy linked anyway. So the sewing clips come in these little tins. I think these tins are adorable. They have the decorative lid. And then when you open it up, it's, instead of it being this full, it's actually fuller. I'm sure you can tell the difference. So I haven't had to use any of these ones yet, but that don't really bother me. So I'll put that back over there and show you. In order to do this, right, so you can get your even cut, is to take your sewing clip 1 every 1.5 inches to 2 inches. Like I said, I'm not a blue curtain person, but it came with the other pretty blue fabric. If it don't work out, I can always make a garment out of it. No joke, you can make a garment out of these. They're already hemmed at the end, honestly, so you would just have to hem up the rest. Oh, do not mind me. Allergy season and bullshit. It goes together. Honestly, allergy season and bullshit. Anytime I sneeze, I just say I'm sneezing out the world's bullshit. And I have some pretty loud sneezes lately, so that's a lot of bullshit from the world. Plus it is getting a little hot in here. I should probably take off my Timu alien socks. I am wearing those. Why is that weird? Okay, now check this out. This is really good right here, right? It's nice and even. What happened on this end? Check that out. There's a gap. Big old gap right there. What the heck happened with that? Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, so even though this don't look all that professional, honestly, we do what we can these days, don't we? This is literally the bottom. And thank goodness for Singer Sewing Company having really great product, including scissors. I mean, like, look how quick and clean that was. So now I was using my gimbal. Technically, I was still using these just to hold this down. So now I can move that out of the way. The only thing that we will be using the sewing clips for now is just to take this, and then when you take the edge like that, just take it again in another 3/4 inch. So both times you want to make sure that it is at a 3/4 inch, or yeah. Even though the labels are right here, everybody's like, oh, don't do that. Did you know that's actually a lie? You don't do it in a store. That makes it illegal. But you can do it at home. Ooh, sorry, y'all. Plus, I just cleaned my machine the other day. My Singer Heavy Duty 4452. These are Singer. I think I said Sears. I meant Singer. Anyway, other than that, make sure that you have this right side down so that you can just go basically like this, because I probably should have used my pinking shears. But this is not a fabric that you necessarily want to iron down with witch stitchery. Other than that, I would have got this one stuff from Joy's shop. I'm still gonna get some. It is a non-stitch tape. And just go like this the whole way across the bottom. And like I said, I have to thread my machine. So I'm just showing you here how you can do this. Now, as you're doing this, if you notice here, when I press down, it makes it so that that follows through. That leaves a little indented line so that you can see where that belongs. I don't know if you can see that right there. Let me zoom in a bit. So as you're doing this right here, as you let it go, it has that crease so that you could just take that crease, right? Bring it down like that. Grab your sewing clip. Just clip it. That's all you have to do. You've got that crease right here. I don't know if I change the lighting, if that would make it better for you. If you can't see it good enough, should be able to now, maybe. Lighting is a thing when it comes down to this. Now, normally I just need it on that lighting. Yeah. Haven't done a sewing video in a bit, and I was like, you know what, this is an opportunity for this. So I'm just going to show you how I'm clipping this one down, okay? And I'm going to do this to all 4 of the panels, and get my machine threaded. And then we'll be back. I'll be back because it's me. It's not nobody else. I'm not a confused whatever the fuck the world has done lately. I'm not that thing that, yeah, you get what I mean. Anyway, so like I said, I'm going to do this to all of these, get that machine going, and then I'll show you this one being sewn down, and then we'll be back. If you don't know, you should by now, that I always try to match my thread as close as possible to the fabric. So the thread I have here, I had already pre-spun the bobbin. Okay, so that was already pre-spun. I have a bunch of those like that on purpose, because you never know which color you're going to need for what fabric, and then you may have a fabric that could ombre into different colors, and you want to pick something that will go along with that. So when you put it down, you always got to put your foot down. Your foot. It does have to go down. Put your foot down and keep it rolling. Now, there's a couple of stitches that you could do on this. Even though this is a straight stitch, you can keep with the straight stitch. Remember that up here, that's your reverse stitch right here, not over here, right here. Let me show you. Like I said, I just cleaned my machine. So you saw what I did right there, right? Reverse. And then go forward. Now you really have to be careful with the thinner fabric like this, because it can tear on you if you're not careful. Especially if you're a beginner. Now, when I'm done with this one, I will show you how close I get that thread to match this. How do you try to keep it straight, you may ask? Well, that's what this is for here. Your presser foot. If you can keep, try to get that. If you can keep your presser foot, let me show you this. Woo, don't want to knock that over. Anyway, sorry about that. If you can keep it like that with your presser foot, okay? If you can keep that aligned good enough like that, and that is how you can guide your line, the guiding line. Not a soap opera, but it's for stitching. And if you have any fuzzies, just pick the fuzzies away. The occasional fuzzy will happen when you're sewing. Most of the time, it doesn't matter what you're sewing. You do get fabric fuzzies. And yes, I know I haven't done my nails in about a month and a half or 2 months. It's been 2 months. Honestly, when you get used to sewing like this, you just most of the time, even with fabric like this, most of the time you would be able to just hold it and guide along, but this is a fabric that I can say you can only really do that when you come towards the end because it is a little slippery. So, bring it up like this. With that, pull it back. And like I said, you always have that, but you always have the end of that. So, now you can just clean that up on the ends, because you know you do have some thread over here as well. And sometimes that one thread will get caught. And okay, so that's not bad. It's pretty close to matching the original threading. And something I just noticed on this, what they did on this, they didn't, to me, it looks like they put in a temporary stitch in here. I don't know why they would do that. It does. So I'm gonna finish the other one. We'll be back with that. Okay, and now we are back. I can take my glasses off now. I only really use them for sewing. I'm retraining my eyes. I think I said that in another video, but anyway, they are all 4 done. These actually don't take that long if you have the patience. I try to have patience. Y'all know that. I so try to have patience. So, that's where I sewed it. That looked like, you know, came from the store. Well, the curtain came from the store, but, you know, to me, it just looks like that's how it was made, so that you would hang it that way. You know, with this being where the curtain rug goes through, and then that being the bottom. So basically that's how it's going to be. And so you know, that is the bottom, this is the side, because you know that there's one, let's see, not that part, 1, 2. I really think that turned out nice and clean. Little fuzzies from it, right? And then 3, and then 4. So kindly in the comments below, what do you think about curtain alterations? And if you had to do curtain alterations for something, and you can also do this by hand. And like I said, I will try to link Joy's shop so that you can go over there and look for the no sew tape. That's the wrong name for it, but That's what I call it. Is because, like, you take off the one strip, you lay it down where you want it, and then you take off the other strip cover, and then you carefully press down your fabric to look professional. But, you know, I love the sewing machine, and it honestly makes me feel better. My neurologist says, be at the sewing machine if it makes you happy. Do some knitting, some crocheting, whatever you want to do that makes you happy and helps you with your headaches and anxiety and whatever. I get anxiety. I used to get locked in closets when I was a kid, beaten when I was a kid. That's why that scar is there. And not fed half the damn time. Beaten. But you know what? I never let that get me. But even though I have the occasional anxiety and, you know, can't get pinned in a corner or anything or trigger. So I like to spend my free time at the machine, crafting, makeup, nail art, whatever. I haven't done my nails in a month. So, anyway, like I said, kindly in the comments below, let me know, what do you think? And stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. I'm going to see if Rob can help me with this later, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.